We must have a moment of silence now, because we are in the temple of cinema. The Cinémathèque is, for me, the temple of cinema. It is like, to me, and I guess to all of you, a holy place. This is where cinema continues to live, even though everything that we're trying to do in Hollywood now is to kill it, but it still lives because of places like the Cinémathèque and Serge Toubiani and Costa Gavras. I never lose the opportunity of saying how much of my career I owe to Costa Gavras. He knows this by now, but many of you may not. His film Z, or Z, is what inspired me to make a movie like The French Connection. Even though I had made documentary films, I never thought they could be blended with a fiction film until I saw his film, and then early The Sleeping Car Murder, which is one of my favorite all-time films, and everything he's done since. So it's a great honor for me to be standing at his side in the temple of cinema. I'm glad you all got in tonight. This film was made in 1977. And to bring it back, you all understand my English? Yes. Okay, because a lot of people in America don't understand my English. Why is that? They went to school, and I didn't. Any of you who are going to film school, leave immediately. Leave film school right now and go watch the films of Hitchcock and Costa Gavras. And that's film school, really. It was for me. It was for me. I advise you to do the same. If there are any teachers of film, I apologize, but that's really how I feel. You can learn all you need to know by watching their cinema. This film, even though it was made in 1977, whatever you may think about it, I don't think it's dated. I don't think the film is dated. The only way it might be dated is because I don't change the shot every 2 seconds. You know, I don't have 6 cameras running on everybody who's doing something. And there are a lot of places where there is even no dialogue. So I think it still deserves to live in the world of living cinema, which is what the Cinémathèque is all about. The Cinémathèque is the place where Lazarus is raised from the dead. Every night, every day. I had the pleasure of meeting Henri Langlois, and it was a very unusual meeting. He would be proud of this, I think. Maybe not, because it's too organized. I met him at the Palais de Chaillot when the Cinémathèque was there. There were films on the floor, on the tables, sticking out of the walls. There were projectors and costumes and cameras and everything just laying around. But what was in the air all around Monsieur Langlois was a passion, a love for cinema, which he infused in me. I came here the first time to the Palais Chaillot when I came here for the French Connection. And going to the Cinémathèque was not on my schedule, but I asked to go to the Cinémathèque and to meet Monsieur Langlois, who every time you come here, we are honoring his memory and Franjou, and Mr. Epstein as well. Is it Epstein pronounced? Yes, because sometimes it's Epstein. But every screening, every time you come, you're honoring their memory as they have honored the legacy of cinema. My films would, no films would exist from America if it wasn't for the Cinémathèque. because American studios destroy their films. You know, they finish with a movie, it's done, out. They threw away the props. They threw away the costumes. They threw away Judy Garland shoes from The Wizard of Oz, which are now, I think, worth about $3 million or something like that. But the Cinémathèque saved everything and saved the heart of cinema. So I'm very grateful to be here. I'm actually going to watch this film, too. And it took me 6 months to make this restoration. But I'm going to watch it again because it's running here. The only places I have run it so far are the Venice Festival, which took place before this invitation, and here. And then it will play in theaters around the world, and on Blu-ray in April, and on television after that. So, but really, this is the most important screening in the world for me. I share the passion that you all have for cinema, and I'm very happy to be here with you tonight. If I see you, any of you later, I'll be happy to sign something or shake your hand or whatever. I'm very glad to see you here tonight. And you're all so young. They're too fucking young. What a, you know? But it shows me that there will always be a love for cinema. Not just the movies. Not just guys flying around with a spandex suit, with a letter on their chest, solving all the evils of the world. This film is not about that at all. In fact, these are not very likable people. And and one of them, at least, is less likable today than he was in 1977. That's the character played by Amadou. And
Amadou, c'est un acteur français, vous le connaissez probablement, et marocain.
He passed away about a month ago. He was the first actor that I signed for this film, before everybody else. I hope it holds your attention. You're free to tell me if I see you afterwards what bothers you, because I enjoy, like you, talking about cinema as well as making it. Thank you all very much.